Good morning, students. Last class time we discussed regarding your equivalent mass. Equivalent mass, I have given you the basics of equivalent mass, gave you the definition. So, you need not worry regarding the definition, you need not remember it vividly. Just you have to follow it. What does it mean? माने कौन तो बुझा दरकार अछि बेसी टेंशन होनी सके अपन इजी फॉर्म तो दे देबी. So next asma. So first of all we will try to solve the assignments given to you. काहेकि बहुत जन सॉल्व करी पठेइछ किछि भूलभाल अछि. So let me solve the assignments given to you first, then we will proceed with equivalent mass. So coming to the assignment 1, I have given you to calculate the molecular mass of 5 different molecules. So starting with acetic acid. Acetic acid formula I have told you is CH3COOH. So this is the formula acetic acid. So we will calculate the molecular mass. Carbon is 12, then 3 hydrogen. Hydrogen atomic mass is 1 plus another carbon 12 plus 2 oxygens. So 2 oxygen into atomic mass of oxygen, that is 16 plus last hydrogen. So it becomes 32 plus 33 and then 45, 48 plus 12, that is 60. So the molecular mass of acetic acid is 60. Then coming to ferrous chloride. I told you ferrous is having valency of 2. Chloride is 1. So what will be the formula? That 2 will come here, 1 will come here. So the formula will be FeCl2. So ferrous chloride formula will be FeCl2. So molecular mass, I told you iron is 56 plus 2 chlorine atoms, so 2 into 35.5. So 71 plus 56. 71 plus 6, 77 plus 50, 127. This is the molecular mass of ferrous chloride. Then lithium hydroxide. Lithium hydroxide. Lithium valency 1, hydroxide is also valency 1. So they will cancel each other. LiOH will be the formula. So the formula of lithium hydroxide will be LiOH. Okay. Then molecular mass. Lithium atomic mass is 7. Oxygen 1 atom, atomic mass is 16. Hydrogen 1 atom, atomic mass is 1. So 17 plus 7, that is 24. So lithium hydroxide molecular mass will be 24. Then calcium acetate. Calcium acetate. And giving you the formula, it is what I did? CH3 COO. This is acetate whole to Ca. This is the formula of calcium acetate. So what will be the molecular mass? Now 2. Start the bracket here. 2 into carbon is 12 plus 3 hydrogen 3 plus again carbon 12 plus 2 oxygen, that is 32 or 2 into 16. This into 2 plus calcium is 40. Let us see what it becomes. 12 plus 3, 15 plus 12. 15 plus 12 is 27 plus 32. 27 plus 32 means 59. So 2 into 59 makes it 118 plus 40. That is 158. So the molecular mass of calcium acetate will be 158. Then magnesium phosphate. Magnesium is Mg, valency is 2. Phosphate PO4. Phosphate valency is 3. Okay. So they will interchange their position. 2 will come here, 3 will come here. So what will be the formula? Now Mg3 PO4 whole 2. So this is the formula of magnesium phosphate. Let us calculate the molecular mass. So magnesium atomic mass is 24. So 3 into 24 plus in whole 2 achi. So start the bracket here. 2 into phosphorus is 31 plus 4 oxygen are there. So 4 into 16. So 16 into 4, 64 plus 31. 64 plus 31, 95 into 2. 190 plus 72. It makes you 262. So this is the molecular mass of magnesium phosphate. So most of you have done it correctly. So thank you very much. So kichi janakar kichi bhul thila. So accordingly rectify these things. So this is the last batch of assignments for molecular mass. So you should by now learn how to calculate the molecular mass perfectly. Kaiki na hereafter we will be going to equivalent mass. So for calculation of equivalent mass, you should be able to calculate the molecular mass as quick as possible. So molecular mass যদি calculate न करि परिबो ताहले equivalent mass calculate करि परिबो नाही. So next we will be going to the assignment 2. So students, next coming up to assignment 2. So I have given you to calculate the equivalent mass of aluminium in aluminum chloride, then iron in ferrous oxide and iron in ferric oxide. So let us start with question number 1. Okay. So 3 into 35.5 gram of chlorine combines with how many grams? Aluminium is atomic mass is 27. So 27 gram of aluminium. Okay. So you have to start from this. So 1 gram of chlorine will combine with 27 by 3 into 35.5 gram of aluminium. Okay. Chlorine by definition कितने पास दरकार हमको 35.5. So 35.5 gram of chlorine will combine with कितना वो ना 27 divided by 3 into 35.5 into 35.5 gram of aluminium. Simple formula. So look, 35.5 cancels out. So it will be 9 gram of aluminium. So 35.5 gram of chlorine combines with 9 gram of aluminium. That means, as per definition, the equivalent mass of aluminium will be 9. Hence, the equivalent mass of aluminium will be 9. Okay, this is the answer. Then come to question number 2a, ferrous oxide. So look, question number 2a. So oxygen 1 atom is there, that means 16 grams. So 16 gram of oxygen combines with 1 atom of iron means 56 gram. 56 gram of iron. Okay. 1. Okay. So 1 gram of oxygen will combine with how many gram? Now 56 by 16. 56 by 16 gram of iron. Okay. So as per definition, oxygen is 8 grams required. So 8 gram of oxygen will combine with 56 by 16 into 8 gram of iron. Okay. So 8 into 2 is 16. So 56 by 2. That means it will combine with 28 gram of iron. Okay. Hence, equivalent mass of iron will be hence equivalent mass of iron कितना ही गला ना 28. This is answer of 2A. Okay. Then next come to answer of 2B. Ferric oxide. Ferric oxide. So same procedure we follow. Ferric oxide. Okay. So look, in ferric oxide, 3 atoms of oxygen combines with 2 atoms of iron. So we'll start with 3 atoms of oxygen. That means atomic mass of oxygen is 48. So 16 into 3 is 48. So 48 gram of oxygen combines with how many? But 2 atoms of iron are there. Atomic mass of iron is 56. So 2 atoms means 56 into 2, that is 112 gram of iron. Bujhala? So in the ratio in which they are present, you have to take the calculation. So 1 gram of oxygen will combine with 112 by 48 gram of iron. Okay. So oxygen requirement is 8 gram. So 8 gram of oxygen will combine with 112 by 48 into 8 gram of iron. So 8 6 are 48. So 112 by 6. It will give you 112 by 6. Okay. So it becomes 18.66. Okay. So from this calculation, what do you get? Hence, the equivalent mass of iron would be 18.66. This is the answer of question 2B. So this is the answer of question 2B. So what we work here, iron has variable valency, that's why it is having variable equivalent mass. देखो गोटे equivalent mass होची 1, equivalent mass is 28, another will be 18.66. So this is how you have to solve the numericals. Strictly you have to follow the number of atoms present and you have to take them in the ratio of their atomic masses. Okay. So this is the assignment for you. Hope you will rectify it and send it to me. Okay. Then we will start with equivalent mass. So next we will be starting with different formulae to calculate the equivalent mass. तुम कही already. So if we go by the definition, sometimes it becomes difficult to calculate the equivalent mass. So I will give you straight cut formula to calculate the equivalent mass. So let us start with equivalent mass of an element. कौन से element equivalent mass can you करेगा? Now from this formula, using this formula directly, you can find out equivalent mass of an element will be atomic mass by valency. So by now you know that atomic mass can be easily calculated. I have given you the formula. Valency, I have given you the formula. So you have to use these two to calculate the equivalent mass. For example, we will start with equivalent mass of let us say aluminium. Just now we calculated, indirectly we calculated aluminium. So atomic mass of aluminium is 27, valency of aluminium is 3. So what will be the equivalent mass? 9. Look at the previous calculation. It was also calculated that atomic mass, equivalent mass of aluminium will be 9. Then equivalent mass of, let us say, magnesium. Atomic mass of magnesium is 24. Valency of magnesium is 2. So equivalent mass will be 12. Iron. we have already calculated equal mass of iron. Kete hobo? Atomic mass of iron is 56, but in case of iron, because it is having dual valency, so there will be two equal mass. So case 1 for ferrous, valency is 2, so 28 for ferrous, whose valency is 2, that is Fe2 plus. This is called ferrous, because ferrous valency is 2. Similarly, will be 56 by 3, that means 18.66 for what? For ferric. For ferric, that is Fe3 plus. So simple formula, you can do it easily on your own. These are the examples. So using these examples, the assignment is that find out the equivalent mass of the following elements. 1 for calcium, 2 let us say your potassium, 3 your silicon, 4 carbon. So you try these 4 formula तुमको दे दी चलेगी, formula already given to you. You have to calculate or find out the equal mass of calcium, potassium, silicon and carbon. Simple formula. What is the equal mass? The atomic mass by valence. You know the valence of these 4. So calculate the equal mass and send it to me. So next we will be going to the acid, base and salts. So next, before going to the next set of formula, first let us know what is an acid, base or salt. So accordingly, we will write down the formula for these three. So broadly, the chemical substances are divided into 3 categories: acid, base and salt. So broadly, the chemical substances are divided into 3 types, that is acid, base and salt. So there are many theories to explain what is an acid, what is a base, and no theory is sufficient enough. No theory is complete. So as per your syllabus, we will be reading 3 different theories. Let us know what are the theories. So theory of acid and base. So there are 3 theories which we will study in 11th class. So first one is called Arrhenius theory. Arrhenius theory of acid and base. Second one is called Lowry-Bronsted theory of acid and base. Lowry-Bronsted theory of acid and base. Third one is called Lewis theory of acid and base. So as I told you, in 11th class we will be discussing these 3 theories which explains or which defines what is an acid, what is a base, what is a salt. So these are the 3 theories: Arrhenius theory, Lowry-Bronsted theory and Lewis theory. So we will be only starting with Arrhenius theory. So as per Arrhenius theory, let us know what is an acid, what is a base and what is a salt. So here we will be considering the Arrhenius theory. As per Arrhenius theory, acid is a substance. As per Arrhenius theory, acid is a substance. Acid is a substance which yields or gives. Yields means gives. yields যদি বুঝি না পারছো ব্র্যাকেট লিখে দিই পারিব gives which yields H plus ion in aqueous medium or aqueous solution. So this is the definition of acid. Acid is a substance which gives or yields H plus ion in aqueous medium. For example, আমি কହୁଛୁ HCl is an acid and এখন hydrochloric acid কাই কি না when it will be added to water, that means in aqueous medium and when it will be added to water it will ionize to give H plus ion and Cl minus ion. Okay, so HCl कौन कहा तुमको H plus ion, so this is therefore it is an acid. So acid is a substance which yields H plus ion in aqueous medium, that means when added to polar solvent like water, so that is called aqueous medium. যেটা ওয়াটার সাথে এড করিব সে আয়নাইজ কোন দেব H plus দেব। সো जो substance तुमको वाटर सागर ऐड हेले H plus दउची ताको हमें एसिड कहबा। सो एसिड इज सब्सटेंस व्हिच yields H plus ion in aqueous medium। एग्जांपल एरा मन रखिबो आउ तुमको आकु देबे। देन व्हाट इज द बेस, शेषे हम लिखिबा as per Arrhenius theory base is a substance which yields means gives hydroxyl ion means OH minus hydroxyl ion OH minus in aqueous medium। जेमती जी H plus दिए Cl acid, similarly which one gives you OH minus, that is called hydroxyl ion is a base. For example, we know that sodium hydroxide is a base. Sodium hydroxide को base कहे। Let us see why it is called a base. Now when added to water, that means in aqueous medium it will ionize to form Na plus OH minus. So by definition, what is the base? Now which gives you OH minus ion? So it is giving you OH minus ion. That's why sodium hydroxide is a base. जेहेतु ये हाइड्रोक्सिल आयन दउची से लगी ये बेस। सेमती जेहेतु ये H plus आयन दउची से लगी ये हला एसिड। So this is the definition of acid and base as per Arrhenius theory. Then what is a salt? Let us know what is a salt. So whenever an acid and base will be added, that is called neutralization. So acid plus base, that reaction is known as neutralization. That is called neutralization reaction. The reaction between an acid and base is called neutralization reaction. So acid base इधर combine करिवे, से कौन दबो ना salt दबो plus water दबो। Why? देखो, suppose we add HCl and NOH. HCl is ionized to form H plus and Cl minus. NOH is ionized to give Na plus OH minus. ताले दे दिजन को हमें मिसेइबा कौन होची देखो H plus OH minus water. So whenever an acid and base will be added, water will be definitely formed. काहे की ना acid दोची H plus, base दोची OH minus. So H plus OH minus, H plus और OH minus जदि मिसी गले, एदिटा मिसी गले कौन देबे? These two will definitely combine to give water. So whenever acid and base will be neutralized, water will be definitely formed. काहे की ना acid H plus दोची, base is giving you OH minus. So they will combine to form water. So the other substance which is formed along with water during the neutralization is called a salt. So how to define salt? Now salt is a substance which is formed during the neutralization of an acid and base along with water. So can you define करिया छुआ? Now salt is the substance formed during the neutralization of an acid and base along with water. Water is definitely formed कोई दिस तुम कोच तो वाटर व्यतीत जो अदर सब्सटेंस फॉर्म हो दैट इज कॉल्ड ए सॉल्ट. फॉर एग्जांपल यदि हमें HCl आउ सोडियम हाइड्रोक्साइड कौन कहि छी दिस इज एन एसिड. HCl इज एन एसिड, सोडियम हाइड्रोक्साइड इज ए बेस. तले एसिड बेस ले मिसले कोन हबो न्यूट्रलाइजेशन रिएक्शन हबो. न्यूट्रलाइजेशन रिएक्शन में कोन बारिबो ना वाटर तो नियाती दबो आउ कोन हबो देखो H+ OH- मिस गला वाटर हे गला बाकी के रह गेले Cl- Na+. यदि लोग कंबाइन है कोन देबे सोडियम क्लोराइड. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड सॉल्ट. तो डेफिनेशन मन रहला तो along with water the other substance which is formed during the neutralization is called a salt. So this is for today. In the next class I will be giving you the different formula how to calculate the equal mass of an acid, base and salt. Definition na bhalo ko mon rakhibo acid, base and salt. Okay, so this is for today. Thank you.